Good Monday afternoon, everyone. Welcome to GardenStateWeather.com and GardenStateWeather.blogspot.com, providing superior forecasting for the northern mid-Atlantic 24 hours a day. The leaves are falling here from the trees. We had some rain this morning, which is exiting the coast, but don't worry, there's some rain still to come tonight and tomorrow as well, and we'll get you all filled in on this. On this Columbus Day, Monday, the 12th of October, 2020, and I've been sleeping most of the day. It's a good day for sleeping as well if you can. Well, we had a lot of precipitation run around the area early this morning on northeast winds here. In fact, some of the wind gusts have been quite substantial. They've been in the upper teens and 20s to upper 20s here right along the immediate South Shore coastlines of New Jersey and the Delaware River water areas here. This is the latest satellite imagery, which is the shortwave IR this morning, or late this mid-afternoon hours, shows some of the cloud cover dissipating, but there's more rain on the way. Don't worry about that. We'll take a look at some of the rainfall here in just a moment. Definitely a raw, chilly day across the mid-Atlantic region this afternoon. We have temperatures running anywhere from the upper 40s here in northwestern New Jersey near Loch Lomond in Pennsylvania here. And temperatures really haven't recovered that much here in New Jersey either. We've got temperatures running in the low to the mid-50s across the area, all on northeast to east winds. Across our coastal plains here in central and southern New Jersey's coastline, we have a coastal flood advisory for tidal flooding, minor tidal flooding resulting in some roads closures. Usually the most vulnerable roadways will flood, and this is for Ocean, Atlantic, Cape May, Atlantic, Coastal Cape May, and Coastal Ocean and Southeastern Burlington from this afternoon through 9 p.m. this evening. At this level of flooding begins at most vulnerable roads in coastlines and bayside communities, along with inland tidal waterways. Some partial or full road closures are possible. And this again is effect for Cape May, Atlantic, Coastal Atlantic, Ocean, and Atlantic, Coastal Cape May and Southeastern Burlington counties. We also have gale warnings on the coast where the winds are pretty stiff this afternoon. If we can pull this up, and we will. And for the coastal waters from Manasquan Inlet to Little Egg Harbor to 20 nautical miles offshore, from Sandy Hook down to Manasquan Inlet out to 20 miles offshore, we have east winds at 20 to 30 knots, gust up to 40 knots, seas 6 to 11 feet. And this is until 9 o'clock this evening. Strong winds will continue to cause hazardous seas, which could capsize or damage vessels and reduce visibility. And we've seen some moderate to heavy rain across the region this morning into the early afternoon hours across the South Shore and east ends of Long Island. About a quarter to almost an inch of rain in spots at 89 hundredths of Farmingdale Airport. Almost an inch of rain at Kennedy Airport during the last 24 hours. Again, throughout New Jersey, a quarter to a half inch of rain. We've had spots here across central and southern New Jersey's coastline, better than 1. Almost 2 inches of rain here being reported here at Atlantic City at the International Airport during the last 24 hours. And this rainfall actually is going to extend because we have additional rainfall coming in from the southwest during tonight and tomorrow morning. I want to take a look at the latest mesoscale analysis here from the Storm Prediction Center. Here's that first batch of rain that moved off the Jersey coast into the ocean here. Here's Delta, which is down here off the Virginia, North Carolina coastline. And then there's this cold front here with showers and thunderstorms across the Great Lakes. So what's left in between in these systems here? Well, if we move forward, we can see that Delta is going to pretty much open up into a wave pattern here. But there's still going to be an onshore flow and some scattered showers around the region as we head into the future, according to the latest RAP model guidance overnight tonight into early tomorrow morning. So we're not done with the rain just yet, but it seems like the heaviest rain is now off into the ocean. But that doesn't mean that it will not get wet again around here, because it will. And we'll get back to your forecast in a moment. We'll do the allergies, which obviously are lower today with ragweed on Monday and Tuesday because of the rain and the onshore flow. They get moderate again on Wednesday, Thursday of this week. And if we took a look at the latest COVID map, again, this is something I looked at earlier this morning. Again, not so good. This doesn't look good to me. Cold and flu is scattered across the Midwest and the northern plains here. It's starting to infect portions of the Northeast and Ohio and Tennessee River Valley area. That doesn't look good to me. Cough continues to expand across the northern plains and now the central plains as well. Strep is going to be all over the place here, as we've seen on the maps here over the last couple of days. Fever, obviously running high with the changes of the season, and flu, obviously, once again, you're not going to see this because everything is being deemed COVID at this point, and this map does not look good to me. Well, there's not a lot going on in the tropics right now. Here's our first wave, which is associated with Delta, moving off the coast of the Carolinas and Virginia Capes here this afternoon. And we have a 30% chance of this disturbance here, about 700 miles east of the Windward Islands, becoming better defined. Lower level winds have become less conducive for development, so some slow development of this system during the next couple of days at about 30%. So we'll be monitoring this. Again, river flooding here at the New York Harbor, basically at about 7 feet by this afternoon, and that should begin to subside during the afternoon hours. Other areas around the New York Harbor at Bergen Point, again, around 7.3 feet, some minor flooding here. Coastlines here, Kill Arthur at Perth Amboy here at about 7.5 feet, minor tidal flooding this afternoon. And again, along the coastlines here of New Jersey as well, from Sandy Hook down through Toms River, down through Atlantic City, and down through Cape May. Again, minor flooding, and then everything should begin to subside below flood stage. So we're not looking at major flooding of rivers from this event. Take a look at your latest observations at 2:20 this afternoon. The rain falling across eastern Long Island and the coastlines of New Jersey here, exiting out to sea. That's the first batch, as we can see this on Doppler radar. And we've seen some storm totals here which are approaching an inch or so across portions of central and southern New Jersey's coastline. During the last hour or so, there's been some precipitation once again along the coastline, but nothing that's been too significant. Now, the temperatures this afternoon, they are raw. They're generally running in the upper 40s here across northwestern New Jersey and Sussex County, low to mid 50s. They're even in the upper 40s here around Parsippany, New Jersey, and low to mid 50s to around 60 as you head further south. So it's a pretty raw day outside, and hence the reason for sleeping. Dew points are about the same, and that makes the relative humidity values quite high in the upper 80s and 90s to around nearly 100%. Now, high pressure has been building over the top. That's the reason why we have a northeast wind here, but don't let that fool you, because the rainfall has certainly produced itself, and here are the winds this afternoon, and we've got quite a lot of gusty winds here. We have winds coming in off the ocean at about 5, 10, 20, 25 miles an hour in spots, especially along the southern coastlines here. And the wind gust in the last couple of hours, especially along the coast, have gotten up to into the upper 20s and even 30, 35 miles per hour as that high pressure ridge battles against what's left of our hurricane, which is now just a tropical depression. It's now not even a tropical depression anymore. It's just the remnants of what was. Our soil temperatures, again, are in the upper 50s to low and 60s, low to mid 60s, so that's good for planting the harvest of garlic, I'm sure, which a lot of people are using. Our temperature maxes today, well, they didn't rise too high so far. They're in the upper 40s and low to mid 50s to around 60, 65, 66 degrees in southern New Jersey. And our temperature minimums this morning, well, just about where they are right now. National storm reports today across Virginia and the Carolinas showing lots of heavy rain in this area, probably over 2 inches in many spots. If we just took a look at one of these stations here is going to show up better than 2.31 inches of heavy rain in Wakefield, Virginia during today. Then across the Great Lakes, we have this cold front here is producing some hail. 3/4 of an inch in spots here across Milwaukee, and some very heavy rain here across portions, and some strong winds across portions of Minneapolis shoal area. And then down through Chicago, or just south of Chicago into Illinois here, we have basically some very strong wind gusts here associated with this cold front coming in. We'll take a look at our national maps here from the Climate Prediction Center's Weather Prediction Center here. Here comes Delta, or the remnants of it, therefore, off the Carolina coast with its frontal boundaries here. Notice the high pressure over the New England states down through the Mid-Atlantic, producing that northeast wind flow that is so raw. And here comes later this evening when the low is still hanging around the Carolinas and the Virginia coastline with an onshore flow, and its coastal frontal boundary just offshore, some more rain coming in, and that rain will linger here into tomorrow morning. Even though you're not seeing it right now, there's a break in the action. That rain is going to come back in to the region and head into New England as we head into Tuesday morning, as that low finally exits and a strong cold front moves across the region. Now, if we back this up, here's our cold front across the Great Lakes once again. That cold front gets into and involved with the situation as we get into the day on Tuesday night, Wednesday morning, as that front passes, and a secondary cold front minors out, but cuts across the region in the Mid-Atlantic states, finally clearing everything out by Tuesday night, Wednesday morning. We've got more snow and rain across the interior of the northern plains here as this next frontal system comes in. And by the time we get to Thursday and Friday, that system now moves into the Great Lakes, the Ohio and Tennessee River Valley area. High pressures over the top of us, so we dry out just a little bit, and rain comes back into the forecast by Friday morning as that cold front moves into the northeast, the mid-Atlantic states, and also the Tennessee and Mississippi River Valley areas. It finally clears out with high pressure moving into the region as we head into Saturday and Sunday. It looks like a better weekend, but it's going to be quite cool around here by the time we get into next weekend compared to the weekend that we just went through. We'll take a look at some high temperature records here, either tied or broken over the next 7 days here. For Monday, maybe just the Delta areas and portions of Monterey and Miami. Other than that, we've got temperature records here tomorrow in that could be tied or broken here across portions of Arizona and Georgia and Florida. And as we head into Wednesday, those temperature records begin to be met again across the southwestern United States. By Thursday, again, the southwestern United States. Friday, again, California is in charm here with the upper 90s being broken around San Francisco and Los Angeles. That's possible. And again, across the desert southwest on Saturday. Nothing going on for next Sunday. And by the way, we're not seeing any low temperature records here across the contiguous United States over the next 7 days that could be broken. I want to look at the Weather Prediction Center's 24-hour temperature changes here over the Northeast. We've cooled down substantially in the last 24 hours due to the rain and the dew points as well, and the onshore winds. Let's take a look at the mid-levels of the atmosphere where it's been pretty cool to normal here across the Northeast. It doesn't look so impressive to me. Where it's warm here is in southern Canada, 850 millibars, because that's where the cold front is moving through the Great Lakes region, so there's some warm air advection ahead of this. If we looked at 700 millibar temperatures, same kind of thing. Okay, we'll take care of your New Jersey temperatures here in the upper 40s and low and mid 50s, low 60s for today. National Digital Forecast Database takes our temperatures in the low and mid 60s to around 70, 71, 72 degrees across southern New Jersey as we head into Tuesday. Things looking about okay as we head into Wednesday and Thursday too, with temperatures in the low to mid 60s, maybe upper 70s, low to mid 70s rather, and upper 70s in the urban areas of the I-95 corridor. And then things really cool down as that cold front comes through. Temperatures on Friday back into the upper 50s, low to mid 60s. From west to east. You take those 70s and you shove them out the window as temperatures get back into the upper 50s. Talk about a wind change and a temperature change, a whirlwind coming for you on this weekend coming up, with temperatures again on the cool side, especially to the north and west. We'll take a look at the latest HRR model here for the rest of this afternoon, overnight, and tomorrow. Again, there's the remnants of Delta off the coast of the Virginias and the Carolinas. Here comes the cold front now. Here, that northeast to east flow, scattered showers around. Doesn't look very impressive to me, and everything just begins to collapse into northern New England as we head into tomorrow morning. So the rainfall that came in today, well, that's pretty much the heaviest rain that you're going to see, but there'll be some additional showers around the region. If we took a look at the total precipitation outlook here, accumulated total precipitation outlook here, looks reasonable, a little bit less than what we thought initially, but overall pretty good. Especially if you live along the coastlines here where the precipitation's already over an inch in spots across Ocean down to Cape May, and that's where most of the heavier rain and additional shower activity will be for the remainder of tonight into tomorrow morning. So that's going to do it for this afternoon. For GardenStateWeather.com, GardenStateWeather.blogspot.com, Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube. I'm meteorologist Robert Smith. Watch the leaves fall and stay in bed. It's a great day to stay in bed today and just watch movies or sleep and dwell.